Hi, everybody. My name is Phil Cannato, and I'm an implementation consultant with Prosymmetry. In this video, we'll look at using resource sheets to capture info in Tempus. So the resource sheet is going to be an Excel-like spreadsheet that we can attach to a resource record. And this gives a lot of flexibility if you want to track, various pieces of information in Tempus. Maybe something doesn't fit into sort of the Tempus attribute data structure. This is just another area that you can take advantage of. So we'll show how you can create a templated sheet. There are free form sheets that we can add. We'll show where you can edit the values within the sheets through the UI. And then a couple of features that I'll show you how you can clone existing sheets between your resources. And then I'll show you what a pin sheet is. Before we start creating anything, I just want to go in to show where the specific permission is to allow a user to see sheets. So we're going to go into admin settings here. Then we're going to move into role management. And for the resource sheets, I want to move over to my resource role tab. Let me go over to the right here. I see that we have access sheets permission. So this will drive the ability to either, in this case, we can either edit or view the sheets. So this is what drives what the user will see. So what we want to do first is we're going to create a templated sheet. This is probably going to be the more common use, just because you're able to sort of define the specific types of data and pieces of data that your users are going to be inputting in the sheet. So a bit of governance there. To do that, we're going to go into admin settings. And we have a sheets template tab right here. I'm going to go ahead and select. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to my resource tab to the right, and we're going to say create template. So for this exercise, we'll create a sheet that we want to use to track employee training. So I'm just going to create something simple. We'll call this training. And from here, we can define what specific pieces of information we can put in. So we'll be defining our column names, and then we'll define what data type that is. So for example, we can say here course name. We can make that be a string, so any value will be accepted. Let's call this the date of training. And make that a date field. Then we can say number of CE credits. We'll make that be a numeric. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and select create. And let's go take a look at what we've just done. All right. So from my homepage, I'm going to move into resource management. And I'm just going to select a resource record here. So we'll open Julian. And to get to the sheet, we're going to go over to the right here and hit the drop down, and we select sheets. Now, once I've entered the resource sheets, at the bottom, I now see the existing sheets templates within my Tempus instance. So the training that we just created is here. So I'm going to go ahead and select it. And you can see the fields that we created. Here they are. I'm going to go ahead and check out the sheet so that we can update it. Right now, we're going to be making modifications here in the grid view. In a minute, we'll look at doing this in the list view, which is available over here, to make changes just as easy as entering into the spreadsheet here. So we'll say we have course 1. And then we can have the date of it. And then we have number of CE credits. And then we can have course 2. Enter the date as such. So the other way you can edit this is going to be in the list view. Let's take a look at what that looks like. All right, so from here, we're able to make modifications in the view here. If we want to add a new record here, I'm just going to hit new. And we'll say that this is going to be course 3. We can give it a date. But credits. One thing to point out within this view, if I want to attach a file to this entry, I can go ahead and do so. This will give access to a file repository. You can browse to your desired file. You go ahead and hit save, and we've modified accordingly. I'm going to go ahead and save and check in. Another note is if we wanted to get back into that grid view that we originally were working in, we can do that right here. So I'm going to go ahead and save this and check in. You also have the ability to add a free form sheet, which there will be no structure to it. You just hit the plus here, and we should have sheet 2 pop up. And what this lets me do is I can just enter anything that I want, so long as I'm checked out. And this is a sheet that'll remain attached to this resource record. The next thing I want to show is that we are able to clone sheets data from another resource. So knowing that we've just populated this for Julian, we'll go ahead and open up Beverly's resource record here. Again, we'll go over to our Sheets template, or to our Sheets tab, and we'll move into our training document. And then from here, I'm able to see clone sheet. So I should see Julian pull up. We want it to be our training. We'll go ahead and clone. So just like that for Beverly, all the data, it looks like we were missing a number 2 there, which is fine. This is going to be populated based off of how we've populated the resource that we select over here. All right, the last thing I want to show in this video is what it means to have a pinned sheet and what that looks like. So let's go pin the template that we just created. And you'll see what I mean. Within admin settings, we're going to go into Sheets template. From here, I'm going to click the pin mark. And from here, we should see as we go back into our resource records, let's go back into Julian's record. From the drop-down box here, I now see, in addition to the sheet selection here, I see that pinned training sheet right here. So I don't have to necessarily open the sheet, jump through my tab. I can go directly into that training sheet. So just a nice little shortcut that you're able to create using the pinned feature. So for more information on resource sheets, please visit our help center or reach out to your Tempus representative. Thanks so much for watching.